What's up, it's your boy Oxseed Wes. It's been a minute since I've spoken specifically about beat production, music production, and putting together a great piece of art that can be listened to repetitively for years to come. First thing, don't put pressure on the project. Now, I know in some instances there may be deadlines that you're trying to keep, there may be end goals that you're trying to reach, there may be a specific date that you feel is going to be energetically aligned with how the song is and how you want it to be, and that is when you want, you know, your piece of art to be released to the world. But one thing I learned is you can't put pressure on a project. All the projects that I try to put pressure on and be like, yo, this is gonna be fire, this is gonna be the world changing track that, changes the lives of myself and my people. It's too much. It's too much. You need to put the right energy into the track. You need to put the energy of the track in the track. Let's say it's a Halloween track, and it's supposed to be spooky. People can hear when you're rushing and you are like trying to put spooky bars down, but like they come off as cheesy and corny. No, you need to really embody where you at the moment and let things flow. Let things flow. That brings me to part two in some ways, is that don't be afraid of the demo or the rough draft. I think writers, I think filmmakers, whatever, there's a point in the production cycle that you're just getting content. And when I mean content, I mean whatever ideas come, you're capturing on paper, you're capturing on tape, you're capturing on film, whatever is your medium of choice for the creative process, make sure you are capturing those ideas and you're not trying to judge those ideas. You're just trying to have them down so that when you move forward towards a more finished and polished track, you have all these different thoughts and ideas that have been caught when you were in the vibe. And as much as I say, don't put pressure on the recording stage or the production stage, what I would say is make sure your skills are up to scratch. Make sure you're skilled enough that when you're recording a rough draft, a rough track, the levels are right. And when I mean levels, I mean what is the input signal going into the recording device that you're using. If you have any effects that you are processing your audio, your signal with, make sure everything is leveled just right or leveled in the way that is going to provide to the vibe. You don't want to come back, 2 months later and the idea is brilliant and the vibe was brilliant, but the audio is distorted or there is some sort of artifact within the recording that is undesirable, and now you have to find ways to sort that out. Obviously, there's iZotope and a whole bunch of other companies that have noise removal, noise suppression algorithms and programs that help you, get rid of stuff that you may not want, but you want it to be perfect. Let me not say perfect. You want it to be decent the first go around, because as they say, Gigo, garbage in, garbage out, and you want treasure to go in and for treasure to come out. Tito. I don't even know Tito is a term, but yeah, that's point two, right? You want to capture all the ideas down while you're still in the vibe. What was number one again? Number one was don't put pressure on the project. Don't put pressure. Capture everything while the vibes are still going and up. That's still tied to don't put pressure. Thirdly, do not judge your tracks by the standards of others. Okay, this is a very nuanced one, right? You want your track to fit into the grander scheme of the pop sphere or the alternative sphere, whatever sphere that you're trying to aim to be in, right? You have influences out there and you want the quality to be on par with what, you are aspiring to osmosis into. Let me say that. But do not judge your particular piece of art by the standards of others in particular contents. Let's say you have a Uzi type beat, Lil Uzi Vert. You rapping like Lil Uzi Vert on the beat. Now it's Lil Uzi times two. It's the beat is a Lil Uzi type beat times two. You are also trying to be Lil Uzi on the beat. At some stage, you're gonna judge yourself by what Lil Uzi Vert continuously gives out and puts in his projects. That's a dangerous place to be, because now you're trying to clone yourself. You're trying to be a clone of someone else, right? What you would ideally want is to take that influences, those vocal inflections, the swag, the ability to write a beat and flow and have presence. You want to take those ideas, right, and embody them, but you don't want to copy someone. You want to take that quality standard and embody it in your own way. I think that's something that when you start out, let's think of Pablo Picasso. I think he went to train with a whole bunch of people and learned, all the different styles. Same with Van Gogh, I guess, back in the day. They went to study all the different styles and understand, deconstruct the human anatomy and then, get to the real crux of real still life art. But what made them legends? By breaking now what they already learned how to do. The blue period for Pablo Picasso, these weird, distorted, almost African-esque type pieces of art that changed the way people viewed Pablo. He was just that guy. Then he became that guy by breaking the standards of what people expected from artists. Same with Van Gogh. I think he was pretty good at capturing natural images, and then he pushed forward and broke the mold and went to more impressionist type art, using color, vibrant colors that people were even afraid to use back in the day, and really showed variety in what could be achieved. Taking it back to the example of the Lil Uzi Vert type beat. Take that beat, try flip it a bit, throw some elements in, throw some elements out. I don't know if you're getting beats for free on YouTube or if you are trying to recreate them yourself, and try and put what you want on them.